Hey everyone, welcome back. Preda's World here. We're going to go through a Carnage I just got in, a custom Carnage, and we're just going to do a comparison kind of to the OG Sideshow Collectibles Carnage. And then we're going to do the top three, a little segment that I decided to start doing. Hopefully you like it. Right after this. All right, so we'll just get right into it here. I'll give you a little bit of background on this ATF Carnage here, the custom Carnage. This Carnage here, so I ordered this a little while ago, but it just came in. So I'll just kind of go through it real quick. This sculpt is really good. I like what they did with it, how the tendrils attach to the Carnage himself. The base, really cool, and what's really nice is it's very presentable, and it's not a huge footprint. Like, it's actually a pretty small footprint for as big as the statue is. So I like that. The only thing I would say, and I'm torn between the two, right? Because I'm sure you can see the different colors on them. So this one is a really bright red, almost to an orange tint, but not quite. And then this one's like a darker red, which I do like. My ideal, both of these are really good. My ideal one would be somewhere in between. Bright, but not too bright, if that makes sense. So the sculpt's good. The paint's fantastic. So I love the sculpt they did with the veins, where it has the black veins kind of going through it, or tendrils, whatever you want to call them, for the symbiote. So they sculpted those on and then painted them. I have a Venom that I'm not super excited about the sculpt and the paint job, just because they didn't sculpt the veins, or there are sculpted veins on it, but they just randomly sprayed kind of a white paint, making him try to look like veins, but not on the veins that were sculpted. So it's a little weird. So this one is fantastic. It looks awesome. All right, so I didn't want to spend too much time on that, so just the comparison here. So I'll start with the paint, just because I already said that. The paint job on both are really good. They both kind of did the same thing, like I was saying, with the black paint over the vein, kind of the tendrils that are on the body. So it's sculpted as well as painted. It makes them stand out really well, a lot better. I'm going to give you a 360 while I'm doing it. Bum, bum, bum. And then the tendrils, the way they attach and stuff, real similar. And they weren't too hard to figure out. Sideshow was just painted, color-coded. And I'm trying to remember what this one was. I don't think it was color-coded. It's just a matter of just kind of lining up, because most of them have like 2 or 3 different tendrils that go into the statue. You just line the holes up. It's fairly easy. So the tendrils are really cool. I like these on this one better, the custom better, because they're thicker. These are really cool too, obviously, but I just like the bigger ones. Okay, so on the custom, so we have several switch outs on the custom. And I'm not going to lie, I don't remember if there are any switch outs. I think there might be one for his arm on the Carnage, the OG Sideshow. But that box is in storage, so I do not know that offhand here. So it's got several switch outs though. So you can see it's got the axe arm back here, and the arm attaches right at the body of the torso. And then, so you've either got the axe arm or you've got the claw arm. Both look really good, but because this one has the claws, I wanted to go with a different one on that one. Just personal preference. And then it's got 4 other heads. This thing has 5 heads total, and they're very cool. And right now the camera should have already zoomed in on them so that you can see them better. So there's kind of a demonic one, transition one. This is Cletus Cassidy, by the way. And Woody Harrelson is supposed to be playing him in the new Venom movie, which you did see a cameo at the end of the first Venom movie. And then these are just some of the other heads. Kind of give you the profile on them. Pretty cool. Again, the sculpt on them is fantastic. Phenomenal. And the hair on this one too. It's really good. And the paint. The different shades in the hair. Very good. His wide eyes, no pupils. Okay. So those are the switch outs on it. Lots of choices. I am going to sculpt something to hold all the heads. I don't know about the arm yet. It's a little more difficult to do that than it is the heads. But I could probably do it. So those are the swap outs on it. And like I said, this one definitely does not have any head swap outs. It's all one sculpt. The sideshow, that is. But I thought there was another arm to it, to be honest. Okay, so swap outs, obviously this one kind of wins because it's got way more than this one, if this one has any. The sculpt is really good on both of them. Like, it's unbelievable. They both did a fantastic job on it. And paint, like I said, the paint is really good as far as the painting itself. Like I said, I mean, a different shade in between the two probably would have been perfect for me. But they both did a great job. They look really good. All right, so I took a short intermission, but obviously you didn't even notice that. I kind of teleported. All right, so my opinion on both of them. Like I said, I've already gone through all the different parts of it. Both are fantastic. Like, and I know originally this one, people were saying this is like a 1/5 scale. It's not. If you would measure the different parts, you're going to get at least the same size as that one, pretty close. So I would say they are both quarter scale. My opinion, if you want to measure it, go for it. It's up to you. But in measuring it, they look pretty similar. They're pretty close. The base is definitely a lot more detailed. I don't really go over the base, but this one's kind of bland. I mean, it does have a point. It's got like the Daily Bugle here. So it's kind of the Daily Bugle building. But this one's got a lot more detail into it. Some kind of Grim Reaper. So yeah, that is my opinion. Like it, don't like it, you know, by all means, give in your comments what you think of them, which one you would choose. So, I mean, overall, I'd have to say I would choose the custom. I do like the detail they put into it, the larger tendrils on it, the different swap outs it has. But this one, I will say, the Sideshow, for as old as it is, and the improvements that everyone's been making, it holds up really well. I'm going to sell the Sideshow one just because I don't need two Carnages. I got to leave space for, you know, a different Spiderman Villain. So I'll be keeping the custom and selling the Sideshow one. All right, so that's kind of my comparison on them. Now, I told you at the beginning that I was going to do a top three, so I kind of want to do a top three each video just to kind of talk about different things, like my top three. Obviously, this is my opinion, so don't take it too hard. We all have our own opinions. So this one, I'm just going to do like my top three Marvel characters. So ever since I was a kid, I think my first comic book was Secret Wars #1 off the newsstand at the grocery store. So Captain America, instantly my favorite, and he still is. And I'm waiting on a custom Captain America to come in because that's probably the one Captain America I will keep. It looks really good. So Captain America would be like my first top Marvel character. Now, my next one. It's a little off the wall. I think he's becoming more popular because they're coming out with a movie. Or a show, I think, sorry. Correct myself. We don't want those fact checkers getting us. So my second Marvel character would be probably Moon Knight. I love Moon Knight. Moon Knight is fantastic. He's different. I know he's kind of a Batman-esque kind of character. But I just like the idea behind him, the concept. I love the design. So that would be my number 2. My number 3, and I don't want to be biased or anything, because I do love the X-Men. I'm not going to say I don't. So, I mean, I would have to say my number 3, and I'm like looking all over. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I love the X-Men, but it wouldn't be one of my number 3s. Not one of them. I would probably say Ghost Rider is my number 3. I'm a Midnight Suns fan. And then, you know, just an honorable mention would be like Morbius. I love Morbius. I have a custom Morbius up here. I have another one that's supposed to be here on Tuesday, I think. And the one coming on Tuesday. This is the one back here, and I don't think you can see it in the picture. But it's more the traditional one, the original one. And the one coming in the, that's being shipped, is more of the newer version. Kind of like the Midnight Suns version of it. It's got a couple different busts even that you can swap out. Can't wait for it. But anyway, so those are kind of my top 3. So we're going to go with Captain America, Moon Knight, Ghost Rider. Probably the top 3 for me. I'm going to try to do that every time. I'll try to pick something. And it's, again, this is just things that, in my opinion, those are my favorites, right? So those are the top 3 for me. I'm thinking about doing a top 3 like statues that I have or that I own, you know. But that's going to be tough because I don't know. I probably have over 100 now. So coming up with 3 favorites is not going to be easy. So anyway, I probably ran a little longer than I wanted to with my videos. I try to keep them pretty short for you guys. As always, please subscribe. Click that like button. Click that bell if you want to be notified when I upload new videos. I try to do more, and I swear I'm going to do a room tour soon. So don't hold your breath. All right, so thanks for coming again, and we will see you next time.